Welcome to the B.L. Glover Show. I'm your host, Deshaun Glover. Entertainment, sports, politics, and money, show number 5. Now, today is June 25th, 2024. Now, entertainment, sports, politics, and money. We're going to jump right into it. Now, the internet was broken this week, and she's still trending right now. Beyonce, she dropped an album, or shall I say, she dropped a single, and she is universally changed. Beyonce has changed her tone. She's looking for her new salvation. She on her new vibration. She on a new foundation. She's speaking to the universe. When you talk about salvation, that's spiritual. Salvation. Only a God could salvage us. So we thank Beyonce. We thank her for having the courage to do things and say things that men can't do or men can't say. Now, she's married to Jigga, Jay-Z, one of the coldest brothers in the game. It looks like she's tucked in that rib bone. Now, I've been looking for interviews for Beyonce, and I haven't found anything. When I say I haven't found anything, literally crickets. Nothing. The woman don't do interviews, but she's protecting her spiritual aspect. Now, I know it's a dance track, but in the hook, it says, "You can't have my soul." I'm going to say this again. In the hook of the song, it says, "You can't have my soul." You can't have my soul. Wow. So that means we are keeping our souls intact, and we're going to respond to what's been going on in the world. Now, entertainment, sports, politics, and money is all connected. I'll be quick with it this morning. It's a special edition, B.O. Glover Show. I'm your host, Deshaun Glover. Now, there's a whole lot of things going on, but think about it. Entertainment is our genre of music, and think about it. All the drill music, all the killing culture, the bang bang, the gangster rap. Now, this is a trend that will soon end. Now, Kendrick dropped a cold single, "What's Going On," from a Marvin Gaye hit. Changed from Nipsey Hussle. Will Smith, after the slap, he wants somebody to love him. Kanye West, as well as himself, snapping in and out and snapping into Nipsey. And Tupac, that's spiritual. Let them know that the world is forgiven, that we still on the same vibration. It's only good and evil. So you either rocking with us or you're against us. But clearly, Bey is rocking with us. So hands up to Beyonce. Give a hand clap to Beyonce. Because you can't have my soul. Because that's right. And believe me, keep on tapping in. Make sure you go to a Better Black America TV podcast. Because next week, we back at it, people. Yes, we are back at it. We're going to start our new season in the summer. We can't wait. There's too much going on from a political perspective. So that a Better Black America, that brand, come on now. But I'm not going to bore you today with it because we're talking about "You Can't Have My Soul." Now, who is Beyonce talking to? Now, she ain't talking to her husband, Jay-Z. He got that. So who can't have her soul? So if you can't have her soul, then that means, is she taking her soul back? And I would say yes, because Sasha Fierce was a little satanic, a little demonic, and everybody know that, that was her alter ego. And she got out of pocket a little bit, having little babies walking around. Boy, bye. Talking about if you like to put a ring on it. I got married because of Beyonce. Real talk. My ex said, if you want all that, put a ring on it. And I did. Pulled her card. She wasn't wife material. Think about it. Think of how the frequency was controlled by Beyonce. I remember that song, "You Must Not Know About Me, You Must Not Know About Me. I Could Have Another You in a Minute." That was written by Neo. I could have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, she'll be here in a minute. But Beyonce flipped it, which basically made women hoes. I'm serious. You must not know about me. Your bags is out the door. He'll be here in a minute. That's pretty whorish and misleading. But right now, look like she got her soul intact. Because no, you can't have her soul. And metaphorically, you can't have our soul, because she's speaking for the culture. Anytime that there's a elevation or upward mobility when it comes to the entertainment industry from music, we're taking that because they always blame us for the negativity in the music. So when there's some positivity going on, let's go ahead and name and claim that. So Beyonce made that song for the culture and put a dance track in there to deceive the dancer, but to feed the alpha males and the brothers, because she's laying with one of the coldest brothers in the game. You know, literally could possibly be a framer for the futures to come. And we're going to have these conversations. Let's just give a hand clap for Beyonce Knowles Carter for basically saying you can't have our soul. We on a new vibration. We on our own foundation. So we won. We won. And before I get out of entertainment, I'm going to go ahead and share a little information about last week when they had the Juneteenth celebration at the amphitheater. If you missed it, you know, it was a nice concert. I don't know if it was on TV or anything like that, but during the middle of the show, they stopped the show and Jill Scott came out on the TV screens. And Jill Scott did a poem, and nobody really knew what was going on. People, you know, drinking, smoking, having a good time, and it feels like an intermission, right? Because no one's really paying attention. But when she began to do the poem, it started out slow and somber, and then she built up to it. And then the only part that I remember from the entire poem, she said 3 times, agitation, number 3, lead, you know, pretty, you know, aggressive. Number 2 was more aggressive, you know, more pleading aggressive. Agitation, number 3, lead. And she said it again. And then she literally screamed it. Agitation number 3, lead. Like she was commanding her man or her son to lead. Think about it. You got Beyonce on this new foundation. You can't have my soul. Jill Scott telling black men to lead. Think about it. It went too far. Because the women can only take us so far. So now the alpha male was sitting 3/4 at the top of the mountain getting ready, because we're going to have to take that baton and take it up there to the top, build a road up to the top so they can come see us. Because the game is over. This is the BL Glover Show. Now tap in, go to Better Black America TV on YouTube. Make sure you just subscribe, because we're launching our season. We're going to start putting those videos out, because we have to get ahead of this, because these things are going on. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now let's give it up for the sports, entertainment, sports, politics, and money. Let's give it up for the entertainment. That's the entertainment block. So you got 2 black women on a new foundation, vibration, screaming to their men, telling them to lead. Okay, we got you. So that's what we talking about. That's what we on. Okay, they need us now because it went a little bit too far with the Black Lives Matters and all that. So they need the bruhs. So now the alpha males, we coming out the woodwork, because our community has no protections. So if we don't come out now, you know, we're aiding and abetting in the demise of the culture. So we already winning, and we'll continue to have these conversations. So that's entertainment. Let's give it up. Entertainment, sports, politics, and money. So now let's talk about some sports now. Deshaun Watson. Let me go ahead and reset the room. Welcome to the BL Glover Show. I'm your host, Deshaun Glover, and this is the sports part of the entertainment, sports, politics, and money BL Glover Show. That's the brand. ESPM, entertainment, sports, politics, and money. Now, Deshaun Watson. 20 of the 24 women have settled out of court. And if you've been under a rock, sports-wise, Deshaun Watson has 24 cases against him for sexual assault. And all of the women happen to be his massage therapists. Now, 20 of the 24 massage therapists decided to settle. But 4 of the women decided not to settle. So now you have 4 women holding out, and you have the NFL, the Cleveland Browns. Well, the NFL is going to do the penalty, and they're threatening a full year extension. Now, understand this, Deshaun Watson is looking to make $25 million a year after this year. But this year, he's only documented $1 million because clearly they knew some type of penalty will be involved. And for you Colin Kaepernick supporters, this is a indication that if you got skills, if you can play, if you got game, you'll be on the team. So don't believe that Kaepernick BS, because Deshaun Watson can play as a 26-year-old that signed a $200 million guaranteed contract with some sexual assault cases, knowing that he would possibly be suspended for the first entire year, and they still signed him. And all Colin Kaepernick did was what? Take a knee? Yeah, right. You have no game, bruh. And if Colin Kaepernick really wanted to play Sports Edition, you could go find somewhere to play. You could go be TO quarterback. That man, 40-some years old, playing arena ball right now. If you really want to play, you can play. So now for Deshaun Watson, it's weird that this 26-year-old has to have so much composure and continue to be out there the way that he is. And he's a professional. So hopefully, well, we know it's going to pan out the right way. The league knows what's going on. With these 20 women settling, then it's a clear indication that it might have been, some type of money type of play. And I know that he would not have gotten in trouble if all of the 24 women did not find out about each other. I'm sure they didn't cross paths like, man, I just gave you a happy ending, Deshaun. And now who is this? She's going to give me a massage. And then I'm going to tell. You know how it go. We know how it go. So also in sports, they have finally banned transgender women from sports. They have finally banned transgender women from sports. The first year that they allowed transgenders to compete, women athletes on the collegiate level was getting blasted in swimming and track. Now, this brother or this man or this human decided to be a woman after he did not get any college scholarship offers from male schools. So he decided to put some lipstick on and say, I'm a woman because this is how I feel inside. And then he went out there and broke the woman's record in the 5,000 meters. They beat him in the sprints, but in the long distance, he smashed them. So they basically said that you cannot perform or compete as a transgender athlete if you had not transitioned at 12 years old. And that's perfect because no one is even having sex or puberty before. So they're guaranteeing that there will be no transgender athletes. And the only one that will be able to play is Dwayne Wade's son. Because that little nigga transitioned at 6. Come on now. So hopefully Dwayne Wade's son go play be the first transgender girl to dunk. Because, nigga, Dwayne Wade is your daddy, so you got just as much athletic ability as Bronny and all the other kids. And I know Bronny's LeBron's son, but I'm saying you in that clique. So go out there and get the ball and ja. But that's a beautiful thing because that's wrong in the terms of women's sports. So entertainment, sports, politics, and money. And real quick, the reason why those 24 women did not settle with Deshaun Watson, this is my personal opinion. And if you don't agree with me, put it in the comments. You got an opinion. I won't respond. But I just think those women are suing Deshaun Watson he hurt their feelings, man. He hurt their feelings. I didn't know it was more. I thought it was just me. I mean, it's happy endings every day. It's not a crime. That's what they do. If a woman come over and bring a massage table, oils, tell you to put on whatever is comfortable for you, and then get mad when your penis get hard, and then you splash. Yeah, that's what a happy ending is. You splash, and they'll use the oils to help you. They'll just feel the vibe. They can feel your body. It's called a sensuous massage. If a woman touching and rubbing on me, I mean, come on, man. It could have happened to anybody. But see, when you're an athlete and you can't go to the club, your addiction might be something different. His addiction, clearly he's trying to get with, that's why people on that stature need to be protected by having wives. And see, that's the real deal about it. Entertainment, sports, politics, and money. Let's go ahead and kick off some politics now. Kamala Harris looks like Boo Boo the Fool. Yes, your president, Kamala Harris, looks like Boo Boo the Fool. They had a Democratic National Convention fundraiser, and the ticket prices were slotted to be $15 for Kamala Harris. Absolutely no one took the bait. So now they're not having a fundraiser. They're basically saying, come to the event, and if you want to take a picture with the president, it's just going to cost you $2,500. Wow. Approval ratings at 2. No one wants to be a part of that Democratic Party. I guess the approval ratings is basically so low that people are just saying no to Kamala Harris. And politics this week, America pretty much decided to make a move on abortion, which somehow was covered in the 14th Amendment, but somehow the Supreme Court decided, and I'm moving on to Roe versus Wade, the abortion overturned yesterday, and nothing has changed. The only thing with what happened with the Supreme Court, they decided to remove any abortion thing, anything pertaining to abortions away from the federal level, because there was never anything in the Constitution that stated anything about an abortion. And all they did was push it to the states. And there's no difference from slavery being a state issue than after the Civil War, they pushed it to the state, they pushed it to the federal level under the banter of a criminalization clause. And the reason why everyone is so mad and pissed off is because now the Constitution is under the microscope, and you have these conservative justices that President Donald Trump said he strategically put in place to do just what they did. So President Donald Trump is getting a major victory from the Women's Live movement, from the Catholic Church, and from his supporters. So we're literally seeing a presidential, former president making moves and doing things under someone else's administration, which will make his status even more. Because the devil can only set us up for a blessing. If we somehow try to just point the finger and blame someone, and it turns out to not be true, it is just a matter of time that the truth will be revealed. Because the dark always, and I repeat, always comes to the light. So now you got people out there protesting last night. One group is saying we want to kill babies, and the other one said we want the babies to live. It's simple. It's life or death. Simple. Please do not get caught up in these white people's issues. Now, I'm so grateful and happy and excited to see protesting that has nothing to do with us. No one was killed. No one was murdered. So now that we see Antifa and all the white people out there with umbrellas and somehow going after the cops and somehow making this a political issue, all Black America is basically doing is getting into the stands because we're getting off the field. Because we don't want to be your Negroes no more, because this has nothing to do with us. We know without a shadow of a doubt that Planned Parenthood was orchestrated by the mother of Black genocide by the name of Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger was Black genocide. When they ended the civil rights movement in 1964, she made a call to then President Lyndon B. Johnson and told him we need that bread because the nigger problem is getting out of control. That's exactly what she said. He gave her the money and the funding for Planned Parenthood. And what did we get? The civil rights closed in 1964. So we got a plan. Keep tapping in. Go to a Better Black America TV on YouTube and subscribe. Go to conservatives-of-america-coa.org. This is our nonpartisan, independent Black conservative group to where we are the establishment for Black matters and Black affairs. And I hit the wrong button. For Black matters and Black affairs. There we go. We won. It's time to name it and claim it. But the only way we continue to win if we just stay on that good vibration. You know, solidify our new foundation. Yeah. Motivated and encouraged. Beyonce, good looking out. And like I said, you and JC keep doing what y'all doing. You and Sean Carter keep doing what y'all doing, because we're going to make y'all the first family. Because this energy, I love it. And Kendrick, I love it. Keep up the good work. And believe me, I'm going to do my due diligence for this podcast. And we're dropping the video next week because it's time to make this thing happen. So don't get caught in Roe versus Wade. The abortion has been overturned on the federal level. It shouldn't have been on the federal level. The Civil War was fought. the South states, the Southern states, the Confederate states fought to preserve slavery. And when they lost the slavery on the state level, but they pushed it to federal level. You see what I'm saying? So we are winning. We are on our way, and we're going to see white people really act out now. This is why we cannot socialize or be a part of what they got going on, because we got a few things to close when it comes to race. Once we close the chapter on race, then we can have conversations about class, because right now we are America's good economic. We're the sacrificial lamb for the country, more importantly, the Democratic Party. We're the Democratic Party good economic, and we're the Democrats' liabilities, and we don't want to be a liability. We want to be a asset. Yeah, give a hand clap for that. Entertainment, sports, politics, and money. Now, let's talk about the money now. Entertainment, sports, politics, and money. So politics and money, pretty much the same thing. Entertainment, sports, pretty much the same thing. You get it. So look at the money aspect. The Catholic Church has paid out billions of dollars to cleanse its sins of the past in a class action lawsuit. So wrap your minds around class action. Okay. Money, class action, money, class action, money, class action. So look at all the class action lawsuits that's going on. Look at all the women issues that's going on, but nobody is standing up for the race, and nobody is looking to see what we need to do to fix and calibrate the eras of the past, not the eras, ERA, the eras, ERROR of the past. Because clearly in 1973, almost 50 years ago, in 1973, abortion became legal on the federal level, meaning the states pushed the abortions to the fed level so it could be regulated, right? In 1973. The women's live movement does not dismantle like the civil rights movement did in 1964. They put it together. So now, 50 years later, the women's live movement is celebrating because of this victory. Delayed but not denied. So we have to start studying what was the strategic efforts, what did they do? Because we have a constitutional amendment coming up, and Joe Biden said that we're going to, take it to the ballot box. Yeah, we're going to take it to the ballot box and show you who we really are as not only a nation, but as a people. And all we got to do is embrace black and get back to our blackness and turn our back on this two-party system. Entertainment, sports, politics, and money, class action. The parallel. Catholic Church is cleansing its sins financially, separating itself from entities that will make them not look or do so well. Like I said, tap into a Better Black America TV, because this video, I will be dropping a video this week, but the Catholic Church put out a memo weeks prior, a couple weeks ago, before the actual decision, when the leak came out, and made it clear how the Catholic Church feels about abortion. The Archdiocese of San Francisco made a decision and determination that they will not be providing communion for Nancy Pelosi, who's the Speaker of the House, the most powerful woman in Washington. And she's the underboss, and she's Catholic. And the Archbishop said the reason why is because of the grave evil that she is perpetrating, not only to herself, but to this country, and put out a bolo, mean be on the lookout for. So if the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, the underboss of the Democratic Party, cannot take communion, then what do you think the Catholic Church, or how do you think the Catholic Church feels about the president and the vice president? This is bad. The Catholic Church has turned its back on the Democratic Party. The Catholic Church will no longer support the Democratic Party. The Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, you talking about infrastructure money, establishment. You talking about Sadducees, Pharisees. You talking about historical. But a clear move to separate themselves from the grave evil of the Democratic Party. Now, I'm not going to go into all of that other stuff, but like I said, entertainment, sports, politics, and money. Politics and money goes hand in hand. And finally, we have some good brothers out there that have stood the test of time and are 100% in making the changes. Like I aforementioned that the women's live movement and the gay movement, all of these things kind of are still present. They just had pride. Why did they end the civil rights movement? Because they never had any intentions for us to grow. So now we keep making it generation after generation, decade after decade. We still here. We have enough evidence to go ahead and be independent operators, more so importantly, free agents when it comes to political. And we do not have a candidate, which means there's a possibility that we might make a point and have our Rosa Parks moment in the 2024 election, because we need white America to make a decision on who she wants to lead her country, and we'll cut a deal with her or that particular party. So that's my time with your man, Deshaun Glover. Thank you for tuning in to the BL Glover Show Sports Edition. Today is Saturday, June 25th, 2022. Peace out.